Have you ever noticed? The more you try to live better, the more exhausted you feel. We read a lot of good sayings. We save a lot of deep quotes. But life is still messy. The mind still feels heavy. And day after day, we're still reacting, not truly in control. The problem isn't that you haven't read enough philosophy. The problem is this: we read to feel something, not to live differently. In this video, we won't be offering empty motivation. We will break down each quote, each idea that feels familiar from Aristotle, place it within the spirit of Stoic philosophy, and answer one very practical question. What does this quote teach me about how to live today? Each group of quotes in this video has 3 clear parts. 1. Core meaning, what the quote is really pointing to. 2. Common mistake, why people understand it correctly but live it incorrectly. 3. Practical exercise, simple, realistic, and immediately usable in daily life. No lofty philosophy, no flowery language, just uncomfortable truths, but if you're brave enough to face them, they will make you steadier day by day. If you are feeling lost, often pulled around by emotions, or living with great effort but still feeling empty, then this video was made for you. Stay, because the very first quote we analyze will make you look again at the entire way you're living. Happiness depends upon ourselves. This quote sounds familiar, so familiar that many people nod and move on. But if you pause long enough, it starts to feel uncomfortable. Because if happiness truly depends on yourself, then it also means accepting a hard truth. No one else is responsible for your inner unrest except you. We often believe, when I have more money, I'll feel better. When others understand me, I'll feel lighter. When circumstances improve, I'll be happier. But Aristotle and the Stoic spirit say the opposite. Happiness is not a reward for conditions, but the result of how you respond to those conditions. The common mistake: we wait for life to change before allowing ourselves to be at peace. But life never signed a contract with your emotions. Practical exercise. Tonight, write 2 columns. Column 1, things that bothered you today. Column 2, your reaction to each of them. Don't change anything. Just notice this. Who are you handing control of your emotions to? True freedom comes from mastery over oneself. We usually think of freedom as doing whatever we want, not being controlled by others, having no constraints. But Aristotle defines freedom by turning inward. A person who cannot control anger, cravings, fear, the need for validation, no matter how free their circumstances look, is still an inner prisoner. The Stoics call this being enslaved by things unworthy of ruling you. We fight the world, while the strongest force controlling us is our own inner impulses. Practical exercise. Over the next 24 hours, choose one small impulse. The urge to argue back, the urge to check your phone, the urge to complain. Delay it for 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds. That moment is not suppression. It's self-mastery in practice. Wisdom grows when desire obeys reason. We live in an age where, if you want it, get it. If you feel like it, do it. If it feels right, believe it. But Aristotle saw this as the opposite of wisdom. Wisdom is not having no desires. Wisdom is when desire listens to reason. You may want to quit your job, want to give up, want to say something that feels satisfying in the moment. The question is not, do I want this? But, will this make me a better version of myself? We use reason to justify emotions, instead of using reason to guide them. Practical exercise. Whenever you strongly want to do something, ask, does this feel good now, or help me later? If the answer is only feels good now, take it as a signal to pause. Reason is strongest when emotions are disciplined. Many people misunderstand emotional discipline. They think it means suppressing feelings, pretending to be fine, never being vulnerable. But Aristotle never promoted emotional numbness. Emotional discipline means recognizing emotions, not letting them drive behavior, not making decisions while emotions are in control. Emotions are like the weather. Reason is the driver. You don't need clear skies. You just need to not hand the steering wheel to the storm. The common mistake: we make decisions when we are angry, sad, hurt. Then we call the consequences fate. Practical exercise. Set one rule for yourself. Don't make major decisions while emotions are high. If you really want to, send a sensitive message. Quit your job. Cut someone out of your life. Wait 24 hours. Clarity always comes after emotions settle. 4 quotes. One theme: self-mastery. None of them promise quick success, instant happiness, but all of them point to a sustainable path. Freedom doesn't come from the outside world, but from no longer being dragged around by yourself. And this is only the first group. In the next part, we move into virtue and the foundation of a good life, where many people understand correctly, but live incorrectly. The aim of life is not pleasure, but a life of virtue. In today's world, this quote often triggers resistance, because we live in a culture where the goal is to feel good. Life should be comfortable. If something feels unpleasant, we assume it's wrong. But Aristotle and the Stoic mindset start with a different question. Is a comfortable life truly a good life? Pleasure is fast, but it has no memory. It builds nothing lasting. You can escape discomfort through entertainment, avoid responsibility through ease, temporarily forget emptiness through distraction. But pleasure never teaches you how to stand firm. Virtue is different. It doesn't make you feel good right away, but over time, it keeps you from despising yourself. Our common mistake. We replace the question, does this make me better, with, does this make me feel good? Practical exercise. In one small decision today, ask, is this comfortable or is it right? If the answers don't match, try choosing what's right just once. A good life is built on reason guided by virtue. Many people think morality means following good feelings, but Aristotle didn't believe that. He didn't believe in doing the right thing because it feels right. He believed in reason guided by virtue. Reason helps you see consequences. Virtue helps you choose what's worth doing, even when it's hard. Reason without virtue makes you clever but cold. Virtue without reason makes you kind but easily exploited. A good life needs both. We use intelligence to win arguments, rationalize wrong behavior, justify selfishness. Then we call it wisdom. Practical exercise. Before an important decision, ask, is this logical? And does this align with my values? If only one is true, it's not the best choice yet. Virtue is choosing the right action at the right time, for the right reason. This is one of the most misunderstood ideas. Many people think virtue means always enduring, always being nice, always sacrificing. But Aristotle was very clear. It's not just doing the right thing, it's doing it at the right time, for the right reason. Telling the truth is good, but telling the truth to hurt someone is not virtue. Silence can be wise, but silence driven by fear is not courage. Virtue requires awareness, not reflex. We often do the right thing at the wrong time, act well but with distorted motives, then convince ourselves that good intentions are enough. Practical exercise. Before a good-looking action, ask, am I doing this out of values or to be seen? The answer reveals a lot. Do not chase what feels good, pursue what makes you good. This quote hits the core conflict of modern life. We know exactly what makes us better: discipline, honesty, responsibility, saying no to familiar temptations. Yet we often choose what is easier, faster, less painful. Not because we don't know right from wrong, but because we trade the future for present comfort. Aristotle didn't ban pleasure. He simply reminded us, pleasure is not qualified to be life's compass. We let want play the role of should, and when consequences arrive, we call it bad luck. Practical exercise. Write down one habit that feels good but makes you weaker. One habit that feels uncomfortable but makes you stronger. This week, do the second one just once more than usual. Just once, that's enough to matter. 4 quotes. One clear message. A good life is not measured by comfort, but by how much you can respect yourself when you look back. Virtue doesn't make you stand out. It makes you steady. In the next part, we'll talk about what turns virtue into reality. Habits, choices, and daily practice. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Many people hang this quote on their wall. Very few live by it, because deep down, we still believe something else. That one day, we'll push hard just once and everything will change. But Aristotle was blunt. There is no one decisive moment, only quiet repetitions. You don't become worse from one bad decision. You become worse by repeating it, without correcting it. And you don't become better from one good day. You become better by repeating that day even when no one sees. The common mistake: we judge ourselves by intention, but judge others by behavior, and forget that life only responds to what you do consistently. Practical exercise. Choose one small action you want to embody. Read 5 pages. Walk 10 minutes. Write 3 lines. Don't upgrade it. Don't make it impressive. Ask only one question. Can I repeat this every day? What we choose to do shapes who we become. We often see ourselves as fixed. I'm hot-tempered. I lack discipline. I'm just not suited for this. But Aristotle didn't believe in fixed character. He believed in accumulated choices. You don't need to change who you are. You need to change the choices you repeat. No choice is small: sleeping in or waking up, staying silent or speaking honestly, avoiding or facing things. Each choice is a vote for the person you are becoming. Our common mistake: we blame circumstances, personality, the past, while the present continues to be built from familiar choices. Practical exercise. For the next 3 days, notice one choice you repeat daily. Then ask, if I live like this for 5 more years, who will I become? The answer will be clear. A meaningful life is shaped by deliberate choices. A meaningless life rarely comes from tragedy. It usually comes from drifting. Not deciding is still a decision. Not choosing is still a choice. Many people don't live badly. They just live without intention. Aristotle emphasized the word deliberate. To live deliberately means knowing what you're trading off, knowing what you're prioritizing, knowing why you say yes or no. We live by habits, schedules, other people's expectations, then wonder why life doesn't look the way we hoped. Practical exercise. Each morning, before the day begins, ask what matters most today, even if it's not urgent. Do that first. Just one thing. A wise person seeks progress, not perfection. Many people quit, not because they lack ability, but because they demand too much too soon. Perfection is a subtle trap. It makes you delay. It fuels self-criticism. It stops you from starting. Aristotle never asked you to be great. He asked you to be slightly better than yesterday. Wisdom is knowing where you are, accepting slow steps, but refusing to stand still. We compare our behind the scenes to other people's highlight reels and conclude that we're not enough. Practical exercise. At the end of each day, don't ask, "Was I perfect today?" Ask instead, "Was I 1% better than yesterday?" If yes, that day was not wasted. 4 quotes. 1 blunt truth. You don't live by the philosophy you believe in. You live by the habits you maintain. No big motivation needed. No dramatic change required. Just repeat what's right. Choose deliberately and accept slow progress. In the next part, we'll go deeper into what determines the quality of every choice: wisdom, reason, and judgment. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. This quote is often taken very lightly. Many people think knowing yourself means knowing what you like, knowing what you're good at, knowing what suits you. But Aristotle and the Stoic spirit point to something much deeper. Knowing yourself means knowing what easily makes you lose control, knowing which situations weaken you, knowing when you tend to deceive yourself. A person who doesn't understand themselves is constantly surprised by their own reactions. And when you don't understand yourself, you keep making decisions and then asking, "Why does this always happen to me?" We use personality to excuse behavior. "I'm just hot-tempered. I overthink. That's just who I am." But wisdom doesn't begin with accepting labels. It begins with honest self-observation. Practical exercise. For 1 week, whenever you react strongly, anger, sadness, defensiveness, write down, "What am I feeling right now? What was actually triggered inside me?" No judgment, just recognition. That is the first step of wisdom. Wisdom is living in harmony with reason and virtue. Many people are intelligent, but not everyone who is intelligent is wise. Intelligence helps you solve problems, argue sharply, get out of difficult situations. Wisdom is different. Wisdom asks, "Does this solution make me someone I can respect?" Living in harmony with reason means not deceiving yourself. Living in harmony with virtue means not betraying your values just to gain short-term convenience. We often do the wrong thing logically, make beneficial decisions that violate our values, then comfort ourselves with, "Everyone does it." But each time you do that, you lose a little inner integrity. Practical exercise. When facing a difficult choice, ask, "Can I explain this decision without feeling ashamed?" If you have to hide it or over-justify it, that's a sign you've lost harmony. The quality of your life reflects the quality of your judgments. This sounds fair and also harsh, because if it's true, then many hardships in life aren't just bad luck. They are the result of hasty judgments, emotion-driven choices, poorly considered decisions, repeated over time. Aristotle doesn't blame circumstances. He places responsibility on judgment. Not everything that happens to you is within your control, but how you evaluate and respond to it is. We look at outcomes and forget the chain of judgments that led there. And when things collapse, we ask, "How did it come to this?" Instead of asking, "What signs did I ignore?" Practical exercise. Choose one current problem in your life and ask, "Did I judge this based on facts or on temporary emotions?" If it was emotion-based, don't rush to change the situation. Start by changing how you see it. 3 quotes. 1 clear point. Your life is not determined by luck, but by how you understand, judge, and choose. Wisdom is quiet. It doesn't make you stand out, but it helps you avoid repeating the same mistakes. In the next part, we move to what Aristotle saw as central to a good life: balance, the middle way. Courage is the mean between fear and recklessness. Many people think courage means having no fear, daring to do everything, charging forward regardless of consequences. But Aristotle didn't call that courage. He called it recklessness. On the other hand, avoiding all risk isn't wisdom, it's fear. Courage, according to Aristotle, stands between two extremes: knowing you're afraid, but not letting fear decide for you. Courage is not loud. It's usually quiet. It's doing what needs to be done, even while your hands are still shaking. We often take pride in being bold, or comfort ourselves with safe is good enough, without asking, am I avoiding or am I choosing consciously? Practical exercise. Think of one thing you've been delaying out of fear: a conversation, a decision, a necessary action. Ask yourself, what is the bravest step without being reckless? Take that step. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be right. Excess and deficiency are both enemies of wisdom. We often think the problem is not enough effort, not enough determination, not strong enough. But many mistakes in life come from too much, working too much, indulging emotions too much, being too harsh with yourself, being too lenient with others. Aristotle didn't seek extremes. He sought the right measure, not the average, but what fits the situation and the person you are. Common mistake. We trade one extreme for another and call it change. Practical exercise. Choose one area where you feel exhausted: work, relationships, personal discipline. Ask yourself, am I lacking something or doing too much of something? The answer is usually clear. When you're honest, patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Patience is one of the most misunderstood virtues. Many people think patience means enduring passively, doing nothing, waiting for things to improve on their own. But that's not what Aristotle meant. Patience means continuing to do what's right when results haven't appeared, when there's no praise, when no one is watching. It's bitter because it doesn't give quick victories, but it's sweet because it builds things that shortcuts never can. We give up, not because the direction is wrong, but because we haven't stayed long enough. Practical exercise. Choose one thing you're doing right, but haven't seen results from yet. Commit to this. Don't quit. Don't change. Don't judge the outcome. Just continue for 30 more days. No more. No less. 3 quotes. 1 shared lesson. Wisdom rarely lives at the extremes. It usually sits in the middle, where few people are patient enough to stand. Balance doesn't mean standing still. It means constant adjustment. In the final part, we'll talk about education, character, and what remains when everything else fades. Educating the mind without educating the character is no education at all. We live in a strange time. People know a lot, but understand themselves very little. We learn how to optimize performance, build skills, upgrade thinking, but rarely how to face failure, take responsibility for mistakes, stay true to our values under pressure. Aristotle called this incomplete education a sharp mind. Inside a weak character doesn't create a good person. It creates a dangerous one. We confuse good speakers with trustworthy people, knowledge with moral depth. Practical exercise. Ask yourself, if all degrees, titles, and skills were stripped away, what quality would I still be proud of? If that's hard to answer, it's not for self-blame. It's to begin again in the right place. Pleasure fades, but character remains. All pleasures have an expiration date. The feeling of winning Recognition, money, admiration, they come and they go. Character stays. It stays when you're no longer praised, you're no longer noticed, you're no longer in a favorable position. Character determines how you treat the powerless, how you act when no one is watching, whether you remain honest when honesty isn't required. Aristotle reminds us of a sober truth. The only thing time cannot take away is the person you've become. We trade character for short-term gain, values for convenience, integrity for a bit of temporary relief, and only realize the cost when we've gone too far. Practical exercise. This week, notice one moment where you can choose what's easy or what's right. No one needs to know. No recognition needed. Just be clear with yourself about what you chose. The final two quotes, and perhaps the most important ones, because after everything, habits, choices, reason, balance, virtue, what remains is not what you achieved, but who you became. Stoic philosophy and Aristotle don't promise an easy life. They promise only this: if you live rightly, you won't have to run from yourself. If you've stayed with me this far, you're probably not looking for motivation. You're looking for steadiness. Remember, you don't need to change everything. You only need to change how you choose each day. And if this video made you pause and think just once, then it has done its job. If you want to continue this journey, stay. Because wisdom doesn't come from knowing more, but from living differently, little by little.